We'll take a question.
Hi, my name is Benjamin. And my question is, if you could give one non-negotiable principle for a long-lasting relationship, what would it be?
For a Christian, it is that the person must share your faith. The person, that's non-negotiable. Because your faith is your deepest value. It's what you consider most important. It is the fountain of your choices. You know, if you're a Christian and you're a serious Christian, your choices, your preferences, your desires are all driven by what you believe, your faith. So it's important that you share your faith with that person. Other things you can negotiate, but at the faith level, it's very difficult to negotiate anything outside of the faith. You may even love each other very much, but even how do you define love? What is the basis of love? Because your faith determines what love is, who God is, who's your ultimate authority, where do you draw inspiration from, how do you make this decision, and so on and so forth. So I think that's non-negotiable.
Doc, where do you think the role of mentors or people that we are accountable to play from dating to marriage and all of that in our relationships?
Christian practice is that there is no sexual relations outside of marriage. So our relationships are going to be platonic until marriage. But that doesn't mean that there will be no attraction to each other. So how do you manage that? How do you manage your feelings for each other? And that's why accountability comes in. First, accountability to yourself. You must be accountable to yourself to say, I'm a Christian. These are my value systems. And this is what my relationship is supposed to be. I want to share my life with somebody, but there is this aspect that is reserved for this period of the relationship. So that's personal accountability. I think there has to be accountability between you and the person. If especially you know that you've proposed and the two of you have accepted and you know you're going to marry in the future, then the two of you must make a vow to each other not to put yourselves in a situation that compromises you. So you have to determine the boundaries of your relationship. When are we going to be together? Under what circumstance are we going to be together? What happens when we are in a room? Do we keep the door open? Do we even have to be in a room by ourselves? Do we sleep over in each other's places overnight? I mean, these are commitments you have to make to each other. And why is that important? Because you're going to be married for life. And if you don't have that commitment to each other early enough, then even after you marry, there'll be no commitment. Your marriage will be boundaryless. And that can lead into all kinds of extramarital activity. So the commitment to each other, to yourself, to each other. And of course, you can make commitment to third parties. It could be a mentor, could be an older couple, it could be parents, and say, we are going together, but we want to really do it right. We want to do it God's way. We want you to watch over us, query us, call our attention to something. When you are uneasy with something, let us know. Give somebody the permission to speak into your life. And it has to be a trusted person who doesn't impose wrong expectations on you. But you need, sometimes you need a third person.
Thank you so much. We'll take another question.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. My name is Lois. And Doc, please, looking back to when you were our age and preparing for marriage, what wisdom do you now wish you had embraced earlier? And if you had that understanding then, what would you do differently? Thank you.
I don't want to brag. Not much, really. I didn't do anything then that I would do differently. I gave my life to Christ very early, and I committed to Christ with my life in terms of morality, very early. The only lady I proposed to is the one I married. I didn't propose to 10, and I knew people, but there was only one person I committed to, fell in love with, and at the time I did, and married. Just one. So that's it. Not everybody may have their life that way, and I don't presume that everybody's story will be the same. Sometimes it's best to do the right thing right from the beginning, once and for all, than to do revision. But if you have to do revision, of course you can try and do it better another time. All I can say is don't rush into relationships. Get to know yourself well. Get to know God well. If you choose to marry, be ready to make major adjustments in your life to bring that person into your life. And you must be ready to share. You must be ready to give of yourself, give of your time, give of your affection, give of your emotion, give of your ego. You have to be ready to forgive. You have to be ready. I mean, the whole of the donation of your life to somebody else, you have to be ready for that. If you are self-centered, selfish, marriage will never work for you. You have to be ready to donate your life and to say that I'm doing life with this person and I'm doing everything to make it possible for it to happen. And those are the choices I made.
That's a good one. So, Doc, if you raised 3 girls. I happen to be one of them. And if we were single and trusting God for, a husband, and I'm sure there are so many people like that watching us, or trusting God for a wife, how would you approach it now? What kind of advice would you give us? I want you to give that to the viewers.
Well, I mean, to the young ladies, it's always difficult for young ladies in marriage because, it's immodest for you to go out there and propose to somebody. Women are mostly disadvantaged because they have to wait for somebody to gather the courage. So either men are not courageous, then the women are disadvantaged. I would say if you're a woman, just live your life, enjoy your life, tend your garden, take care of your job, your responsibility, your education. Be happy with yourself. Because in your happiness, you become attractive. In your fulfillment, you become attractive. If you are needy, you may repel people. So it's always good for somebody to know this lady is happy with her life. And I think the most attractive women are those who are happy with their lives. They are the ones whom people want to spend their life with. But if the person is not happy, they are always on edge and they're always over eager, then everybody say, hey, watch it. She'll give you trouble, high maintenance and all of that. So be happy with your life. I mean, and with the men, the same thing. Be happy with your life. Be happy with your life and be courageous.
Amen.
A lot is expected from men in the marriage equation because they play a role of decision making in marriage that requires that they be very mature and stable in thought and even in temperament so that they can steer the family right. So for the men, be happy with your life, but mature very quickly and be courageous. And when it's time, let God lead you to some willing woman and build a good life with them.
Thank you so much for your time. Kindly like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this video to your friends and loved ones. Stay blessed.